Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. The scream tore out of my throat before I even realized I was making a sound. It echoed through the apartment, sharp enough to cut the air. One moment I was opening the bedroom door. The next I was staring at the twisted image that shattered my world in an instant. My boyfriend Daniel jumped up from the bed like he had been burned. The woman with him pulled the blanket to her chest and froze. My vision tunneled. My ears rang. Everything around me blurred except the look on his face. A look that mixed fear, shame, and a desperate attempt to find words that would not come. For a moment I did not move. I felt hollow and trembling, as if my heart had dropped straight into the floor. He spoke first. "This is not what it looks like." His voice cracked. I almost laughed from the cruelty of it. The scene could not look like anything else. Clothes scattered across the floor. The smell of sweat in the air. The woman staring at me with eyes wide from guilt. I turned and walked away without another word. My steps were slow, almost mechanical. I felt like if I stopped moving even for a second, my legs would collapse beneath me. Behind me I heard his voice grow louder. He called my name, told me to wait, begged me to talk. Then he said the words I would never forget. "You will regret this." The coldness of it hit me harder than what I had just seen. I did not look back. I simply walked out the door, down the hall, and into the evening air that felt heavy with the storm inside me. I spent the next days in my sister Mia's apartment. She asked questions but did not push when I could not answer them. I told her everything on the second night when tears finally forced their way out. She listened quietly, holding a mug of tea in her hands, her eyes soft with sadness for me. When I finished, she asked only one thing. "Do you still love him?" The question hurt. It felt like someone had pressed their fingers into a bruise inside my chest. Love is messy like that. It does not vanish the way trust does. Trust breaks like glass. Love clings even when you want it gone. I buried my face in my hands. I don't know. But I did know. I loved him still. And that made everything worse. Meanwhile, Daniel kept calling, texting, leaving messages that ranged from apologetic to angry to desperate. I never replied. Every time his name lit up my phone, my stomach twisted. I tried to push him out of my mind, but questions kept circling inside me. How long had this been going on? Was the woman someone he cared about? Was it only once? Why had I not seen the signs sooner? In my memories, small moments began to rearrange themselves into a pattern I wished I had never noticed. His sudden late nights at work. The times he put his phone face down on the table. The unexplained mood swings. I had trusted him so deeply that every red flag felt like something I could excuse. But trust is not blind. It is shattered before we realize we are holding broken pieces. On the fourth night after the betrayal, Daniel showed up outside Mia's building. I spotted him through the window before he knocked. He looked thinner, more tired than I remembered. His hair was messy, his shoulders tense. When he raised his hand to the door, something inside me braced itself. I told Mia I would talk to him alone. He stepped into the hallway, his eyes filled with a mix of guilt and frustration. "I know what I said," he whispered. "I know it was wrong. I said it because I was afraid. Because I thought losing me would hurt more than what he had done." I crossed my arms. "Why did you do it, Daniel?" He swallowed, looking at the floor before meeting my eyes again. I was scared. Of the future. Of how serious we were getting. I did something stupid because it was easier than admitting I felt overwhelmed. And then I kept going because I was ashamed. He ran a hand through his hair, voice trembling. "But I ended it. She wanted more. She wanted me to leave you. When I told her no, she threatened to tell you anyway. And when you walked in that day, she said I deserved it." I stared at him. His confession did not soften anything inside me. If anything, it made the betrayal feel darker, tangled in manipulation and fear. I took a slow breath. "You hurt me. You broke something in me. I cannot pretend it never happened." His shoulders sank. "So that is it." "No." I stepped closer. "The pain you caused will follow you longer than it will follow me. You said I would regret walking away. But I think you are the one living with regret now." His eyes softened, then filled with tears he tried to hide. "I already do." I nodded and finally stepped back. "Good." I closed the door slowly, gently, without anger. And for the first time since that terrible day, I felt something settle inside me. Not revenge. Not victory. Relief. Because his regret was his to carry, and I no longer needed to carry him,